Hi, Sagittarius. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripecolor. This is your reading for December 4th through the 11th. Happy birthday if it's your birthday this week. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I offer private readings. I also offer IET, which is a healing modality which can help you to move energy. My little mini message is freedom. Ooh. Sometimes in the middle of videos, you're my first sign this week because it's Sagittarius season. And I like when I start with fire. I really do like starting with fire. um, what's keeping me from being free? What's in the way of my freedom, and how can I break the shackles? So I get the little mini messages, and sometimes it's usually what's in my environment at the moment. And a friend of mine decided to leave his job, and he's been contemplating it for a long time. And it's the same old story, it's the same old story. He wanted to leave anyway, but they're restructuring the company. You have to work more hours for less money. Shocking. This is really why I work for myself. Sometimes I have, plenty of money. And sometimes I don't have plenty of money, but I get to answer to myself. I get to make the decisions. I get to challenge myself. I get to wake up when I want, right? And I have Sagittarius is pretty prominent in my chart, actually. So, because Mars and Venus are conjunct in Sagittarius, and third house, communication, Vesta is also conjunct. Ta-da. Now you know. Vesta is about devotion. And I have to tell you, I love having a lot of clothes. I love having a lot of money. I love spending money. I do. But there's nothing I value more than my freedom. Nothing. Nothing. Freedom could be having your own special space, right? That's yours. Or, it could be a lot of, it's different for different people. It's different for different people. Anyway, that's the energy. The energy is like, how can I make myself more free, and what am I going to do toward it? Let's see what the cards have to say. Ah, two. Love that. 1, 2. There we go. 3. Look at that. All right. We get a new calling, a new inspiration, hope, blessings. Lovely. And then I get the 10 of Pentacles. Card of wealth. It's not only wealth, it's legacy. There's an energy in that card of legacy, like the familial legacy. So how can I tap into, is there something in my family or my immediate surroundings or my community, right? Because, your family could be a community, which means, like the people you work with, the people you live around, your apartment building, your family, your tribe. How can I increase value in my community that would benefit me and others? And I think I have a new idea. Lots of choices to be made. Lots of choices. This is also a contract. Sometimes this is a marriage card because it's a contract, right? And not only because Adam and Eve are here. Were they married or were they living in sin? Sorry. And this is your opposite card, which I always find really interesting whenever the opposite comes up, because I always see the opposites as a whole. I always see the opposites as a whole. Card Gemini. There's a contract here. There's a contract between man and God. There's a contract between man and woman, with men and women. There's a contract between your divine feminine, your divine masculine, right? So there's a new, I feel like there's a new contract being formed there, you know, or this desire for a new contract to be formed. It's like, you know, maybe this contract that I have is like not, it doesn't leave me enough freedom. And what can I do and make enough money to switch that around? You're loved and admired and beloved and supported, not only by your community, and also the white horse is the white horse of freedom, by the way, but by your angels and guides. But by your angels and guides. Higher self. I think this is where my channel is going. It's really weird. Higher self, guardian angel. What can I do to make myself more free? What actions do I need to take in order to make myself more free? To have more money. Maybe to develop a new skill. Because I am tired of carrying around this burden by myself, and it's over. I'm willing to take a pause and to see things from a different angle and to give something up that no longer serves me, a habit, a way of thinking, a way of seeing things. It's interesting too, because in this story, this is Odin on the tree of life, by the way. Tree of life is here too. They're different trees of life, but you know, almost all, not almost all, but many, many ancient cultures have this understanding of the tree of life. This is the tree of life in Norse mythology. Yggdrasil, I think is the name. I hope. He has the gift of prophecy. He gouges out his own eye, puts himself on the tree, because everyone sees him as really weird. It's like, you have the gift of prophecy, but you're a man. That's not a masculine trait. Really? Didn't Eve come out of Adam's rib? So aren't they connected? Aren't they? Isn't the duality really part of the whole? I could go off on that. He puts himself on the tree. It always changes how many days he's up there. And he goes deeper. He goes deeper into prophecy. He goes deeper into the realms, and he, you know, receives all this information and begins to see things in a much more, in a less dualistic light. In a less dualistic light. And he sees it as oneness, as wholeness. And from there, he's resurrected and he comes back and he's more enlightened because he was willing to give something up. And he's willing also to be free in his own gift, right? He had the gift of prophecy and he's willing to be free in it. He's willing to like say, you know what? This is my gift and I am digging into it. I'm not denying it. I'm not saying, oh, well, you know, I can't do that because, you know, no, everybody sees it as, you know, sort of weird and, you know, oh, I really want to fit into society. He's like, I'm a god. I don't have to fit into society. I make society. And then here comes the strategician with his fabulous, I love his outfit, his little red feather, big red feather. It's a big red feather. With salamanders all over it. The salamander. So the salamander is the animal that supposedly burns in the fire but doesn't burn, right? The fire of passion, the fire of creativity, the fire of instinct. going to trust my intuition, but I'm not in a rush. This, there's no, the only one who seems like they're in a rush in this whole reading is the Knight of Wands. But you have to remember the Knight of Wands has a strategy already in place, and that's when he gets going. He packs all his stuff, he puts on his cute outfit, but he's not ready to leave until he's ready to leave. So, but because the Hanged Man sort of waits, the Two of Swords sort of waits, and even this one, we don't really see the legs moving. We don't really see the legs moving. So, and the 6 is also perseverance. So I feel like it's time to gather and come up with a plan. And it's like, well, this is the way it's going to be. And, this is what I'm going after. And these are the planning stages, right? I'm going to work away at it until I have enough pentacles to sell, right? Until I master my craft to become the lady in the garden. And she is completely independent. So this is about comfort, the little snail, and this is the entrepreneur, and she made her money on her own. So it's a process, but first you have to acknowledge what it is where you want to go. Where do you want to go? Like, it's not like, oh, I just want to be free from what? And free to do what? It has to be like the clearer it gets, the more you're going to vibrate that. Very interesting. Okay. It's a nice reading, really nice. Away we go. A new inspiration toward wealth, a new contract being formed, toward comfort, letting go of the burden, working away at a new skill, and being victorious in it, willing to give up old ways of thinking, having a strategy, listening to your intuition, and sitting and waiting until the revelation comes. Until the revelation comes. And throw one more. Yeah. I love that card. So the Two of Cups is really meeting one's higher self. Meeting one's higher self, and your higher self saying, you deserve love, you deserve intuition, you deserve healing, you deserve wholeness. And here it is. And here it is. Your job is to reach out and drink from the cup. Blessings.